Hello everyone and welcome back to my monthly crafting and talking show, Craftversations, where this month my guest is one of the most talented people I've ever met in my entire life.
Ew.
It's true! John Kozar!
Howdy.
Hey! Thanks for being here.
No problem. You clap like...
Did I do that?
Yeah. Who was the woman at the Oscars who clapped like
Kidman.
Nicole Kidman? You pulled a Nicole on
Me
that
and
one.
Nicole. What's
Yeah.
up? You probably know John from, I don't know, his amazing YouTube videos that have bajillions of views.
Possibly.
And also from just being a cool dude.
Yeah, maybe we knew each other in high school.
Maybe.
Who knows? Who knows who's
Maybe.
watching?
If you want to craft along with us today, we're going to be making weird little kaleidoscope gems that you can turn into magnets. And it's super easy. You need some of these weird marbly things that are like flat. You'll probably need some scissors because I have a string of magnet and that's to cut the magnet. You might need a hot glue gun. We're going to use a hot glue gun. Oops, it's back there. It's over there. We'll bring it out in a minute to glue the magnets on. And you will need glitter, y'all. So much glitter. This was a Christmas present, all this glitter from my friend Anne, so I'm really excited to get to use it. It's gonna be super simple. You ready to make some weird little thingies?
Yeah. You knew I was coming and you were like, there's no way he can make an advanced craft. We're gonna go beginner level.
No, I saw it. We make so much wall art on this show, which is
Yeah.
great, but I was trying to find something that's not wall art, because that's what I just did. And I saw it and I thought it looked really cool and I really wanted to
I
do
love
it.
magnets.
So here we are. Ooh, you also need clear craft glue. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. All right, shall we get to it?
Let's get to it.
So John,
Yes, ma'am.
how's it going?
Good. I'm good. What is it? Wednesday? It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
I have this thing where I've started because I'm self-employed. I get so bogged down with like every day being the same, especially in LA, because it just every day feels like I don't know. It feels like a very sunny purgatory. So I'm trying to like create weekends.
Ooh.
So it's important that I remember. Oh my gosh.
I just spilled it everywhere. It's okay. That's like what I wanted to do. I just
got it.
didn't do it in the way I wanted it to happen. But it's fine. So how long have you been in LA?
It's been like a year and a half. I want to
Okay,
say.
that's kind of what I was thinking. I feel like it's not your fave, or it hasn't been your fave. Is it growing on
No.
you at all?
I mean, LA itself isn't growing that much, but like I have friends now.
Right. You're like, I guess, getting more acclimated to living here.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it just takes a really long time to find a group of people that you can hang out with because everybody's willing to like go get some coffee or
Totally.
go like, hey, let's go see a movie.
Yeah.
But it's like it's a different thing where you have casual friends and friends you have to like create like moments with, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that.
So it's like that was a big struggle early on, and I was like, "Yeah, this sucks." Yeah, especially coming from college because everybody in college is so tight.
Yeah, totally. I can't imagine. I mean, I went to college out here, and I
Oh,
just
cool.
can't imagine going somewhere else and then moving out here. I think it would be difficult, and I commend you and everybody else who does that.
Yeah, I moved in with my roommates from college. They moved out here a couple months ago. And I was like, "Hey, we should all live together." And then I kind of forced them out here. A few of them like were not that into the idea of being in LA, but
Really?
they were like, "Well, what else am I gonna do? Make new friends?"
What do they do? Are they also like creative types, or what do they?
I mean, all of them are from my improv troupe.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
So, like, they are creative people.
Yeah.
But like, they do different things. Like, one works as a PA, a writer's PA,
Oh, cool.
on Two Broke Girls.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That's
and
cool.
then the other one is, like, taking improv classes and doing, like, Instacart, which
What's
is, like, an
that?
app where you buy people's groceries for them and deliver it to them.
Oh yeah.
So it's like...
one of
yeah.
those.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Well,
and then
that's
another one's, like, a biomedical engineer.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's the impressive one.
A real job.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, I'm glad that they're here and that you guys live together. That's rad.
Yeah, man, you are killing this. I need to get quicker.
To be fair, I do this a lot, crafting, and I also tested this out. So
Okay, you've got
I've
practice.
been doing it.
How do you spread it around? You
I do
goop
a little, goop it, and then just kind of
Got it.
stop pushing and just spread it around with the
Sweet.
nozzle.
Totally
Look,
sweet.
don't these look cool? I'm really liking them. So John,
So, John.
I remember meeting you for the first time.
Oh, what?
Do you
When?
remember?
GeekyCon, right?
Yes, it was at when it was still LeakyCon. I think it
Oh,
was.
right.
I can't remember which one.
Must have been 4 years ago.
I knew who you were mainly because of your Lord of the Rings and like 99 Seconds thing.
That is so weird
Which
that's the video.
I still like hum it to myself sometimes.
That's absurd. That's absurd.
I get it stuck in my head like potatoes. Anyway, so I knew who you were, and I thought you were cool. And I probably would not have said anything to you, but I was wearing my Middle Earth skirt one day, and we were rehearsing, and you came over, and you were like, "I really like your skirt," and I was like, "Oh, cool!" I got really excited, and that was the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
It was.
So how did you get into this whole YouTube stuff?
How did I? I don't remember like getting into it. I remember realizing it was cool. Mm-hmm. But I was making videos before YouTube, and just because I was really interested in making movies and acting and stuff, and I never decided. But I was such a young kid, and I always just assumed other people were into it, so I would force all my like friends in the neighborhood to come do it with me because I just assumed everybody was having a great time. But in reality, I was just being a mean director and forcing them to do my bidding.
I feel like I did a similar thing.
Yeah, you like co-opt the neighborhood kids into making stuff. So yeah, I was making stuff, and then I like remember seeing Michael Buckley and like Charlie McDonnell and the Vlogbrothers. And thinking, wow, this is cool. These people make money on this and have like fans. And all they do is like they can do it from home. They don't have to like collaborate or be a part of this like a group. Because that was always the difficult part was finding other people to work with. Totally. Yeah.
Totally.
And I'm such a perfectionistic asshole. I'm like, everybody is not doing it right. Because of course they're like, I want to have fun. And I'm like, I want to make some art. It's like very not fun. So yeah, I started working on videos by myself and like trying to make cool things. I started doing stop motion and I took classical piano lessons, and I would like play piano and stop motion animation, like animate clay to play the piano with me. It was weird.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I was like really into the special effects, cool kind of stuff.
Well, you're clearly very creative fellow.
Just a weirdo. Yeah, and then I realized like later on in high school I started making musical videos because I was like obsessed with Corey Vidal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did he do musical videos?
He made one musical video that's about Star Wars.
Sorry, Corey, I don't know.
But actually what I figured out years later was that he just lip synced to somebody else's song.
Oh no way.
And like split screened it without their permission.
Oh no.
Then he had a lot of legal trouble, I think.
No.
Like from what I remember.
Oh,
but
yeah,
that's what caused me to get into YouTube.
I see.
Like and make music and stuff.
Had you always been singing and stuff?
Yeah. My grandma says I was humming like gospel music in the cradle. Because they would bring me to church every weekend, and that's the only time I ever heard music.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so.
That's funny. But
and Barney and Friends as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I grew up watching Barney.
Hardcore. Yeah, but I was always interested in music.
But you were not in an a cappella group, is this correct?
No, I've never been in an a cappella group.
I couldn't believe that when you told me that. Just based on the stuff that you've... Like, because you on all your parody song stuff, do you write all of that yourself?
Yeah, I do it all.
That's crazy! That's so crazy.
Like, I do it by ear. So, like, I can hear a cappella music, and it's much more simple than, like...
So cool.
Orchestras and stuff. Like, it's just layering. It's just multi-track layering of the voice. So, like, that's easy to hear and to, like, do without sheet music and knowledge of, like, technique.
You say easy. I don't know.
Well, not easy, but it's like, I don't know. It's easier than like being a composer for multiple instruments or something. You know, I couldn't ever do that.
I'm just so impressed. Because I could like have the thought of like, ooh, it would be cool to like do an a cappella version of this song by myself.
Yeah.
But I would never in a million years be able to make it sound good at all.
What?
No. Oh my gosh. No.
You've done some stuff, a cappella stuff? Maybe not
no,
a cappella.
I was never in an a cappella group, but yeah, I've been a fairly musical person my whole life, but I just could never do what you do. I don't know. I'm so impressed by it, and I just think it's amazing that you that you did all that yourself and had never been in an a cappella group before.
Thank you.
I'm also impressed too with like a lot of your political stuff you did last year. Like,
It's just natural in me to hate my own work, but
I'm impressed with like all the writing that you do for it too. You know, the lyrics are great, and I don't know.
Thanks.
I feel like you're very good at all of the things, which is a hard thing to do. Be good at all of the things.
I don't know. When you have enough time to just dedicate to learning something, then you just do it.
I'm impressed.
I think a lot of people just don't have that time.
Yeah, I think that's
or maybe
true.
not even like the ambition it takes. I've just always been like really ambitious, like stupidly so, to the point where it's like that would never have happened if I weren't already privileged and like didn't have to worry about regular things. Like, yeah, I came from like a solid family unit and all that. Parents got me into piano lessons and all that, so it's like I had the time, I had the free time, and it was really nice.
That's awesome. But you have done some really cool stuff that most people, even with those, might not be able to do. So, congrats. Patting you on the back. How did you get the idea to do your Disney parodies?
Oh, the Disney parodies? That was, I got coffee with a friend, and I was like, I want to make a new YouTube video. I was in college at this point, and she was like, why don't you do something with Disney? And I was like, yeah, I like Disney.
Were you, like, super into Disney, or was it just, like...
I wasn't super into anything.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't have, like... I go to, like, a lot of these conventions now, and they're like, GeekyCon, NerdCon, like... embrace your fandom. This is a part of your life. It's like that was never like really me.
Interesting.
Except for Lord of the Rings.
I was gonna say.
Except for Lord of the Rings, but also
you love Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I mean I love Lord of the Rings, but like I only love the films because I love storytelling in movies and TV, and that was like that was my my jam. That's what got me really into movie making.
Me too.
Sister?
Me too.
Sister. But yeah, I mean, I liked Disney, and I had grown up with it. I didn't understand how pervasive it was in my life and in my brain. And once I made the Disney parody and it went viral, then I started to realize, wow, all of these people who like this are like me. It's like still kind of casual, but like we can all love it together. I don't know, something like that.
I mean, it's true. Disney stuff is very popular.
Very popular.
And you did it in a way that's fun and different and whatevs. How was NerdCon? You were just there, right?
NerdCon? Yeah, it was it was last weekend.
Yeah?
Let me think. How was it? It was really fun. It was like an more intimate VidCon. Where it was like just like, I don't know how many people attended, but it wasn't a ton.
Did they just start it recently?
Yeah. They have different sections. So it's like the Vlogbrothers have made NerdCon. Then they put a colon and then what it is. So they had NerdCon Stories, which was like...
Oh, okay.
It was like for authors, I think.
Okay.
And then NerdCon Nerdfighteria was about like creators who have embraced like kind of the Vlogbrothers like way of life, I guess, or whatever. Like their fandom is like the Nerd Fighters.
That area.
Yeah, and like I was an early adopter of the Vlogbrothers mantra because I was obsessed with YouTube and all that. And I just like generally bow down to Hank Green.
Yeah, he's pretty smart, dude.
Yeah. I just like smart people who really want to make good things and really care about like what they're making and how that affects people. And it's like I've always felt like they had grander ambitions beyond like just make this thing that rises and like gets them popular and like I don't know. They've always had grander ambitions to be good people, which is great.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree. That's really cool. So what did you do there? Did you like do a performance? Or?
Yeah, I did.
Cool.
I've had this problem when I went on tour in the East Coast, on the East Coast with Dodie and Tessa and Rusty. The last one I was like illfully ill-prepared. Yeah, but I hadn't really practiced or rehearsed very much because I was doing a lot of things I don't remember. But it was like 3 weeks where I was just constantly booked. So I didn't have time to. Yeah, and it was a problem. And so I would go up and do a half-hour set, and I would just be like riddled with anxiety and forget all my lyrics.
Oh, no.
And like I would put on bad shows, and I would beat myself up.
I can't imagine going on tour. I don't know that I would ever really be able to do that. I'm not a musician, so obviously it's not like really an option. But just the idea of getting up and like doing that in front of people totally wigs me out. So.
Really?
Yeah.
But you're an actress.
If it were like a show, that's different.
Yeah.
But just like getting up as myself and like singing songs or something, I could never do that. I don't think. Have you just done the one tour with them? Or did you do multiple tours?
That was my second one with them.
Yeah.
So the first one was a little more intimate. It was smaller. This one was all venues.
I see.
Before it was like, we would like go to churches and like do kind of like backyard kind of stuff. But this one was all like bars and real venues.
Okay.
So like the stakes were a little higher. And we did really well. Like we sold it.
That's
sold
awesome.
it out mostly. It was really neat, but I just felt like disappointed in myself for not having prepared, and that like leaked into my conscience, and like it really bothered me, and I was like, I don't know if I can perform. I don't know if this is for me. Yeah, so I've been experiencing like a lot of doubt over whether or not I could do live performance anymore. And then I thought, I'll try this NerdCon thing and do a 15-minute set of the songs I've known for 5 years and just see if I can do it, and like the anxiety isn't too much. Yeah, and then I did it, and I practiced a lot the days leading up to it, and it went fine. It went really well.
That's good. Is that something, like performing in front of people, is something that you think you still want to pursue or do?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I was really kind of banking on like writing a live show and doing live comedy and live musical comedy. And that was like going to be a big push for my new year.
Oh, okay.
And then I went on tour and felt all the anxiety and was like, this isn't going to work. Like, there's no
see.
way. But yeah, I'm still in the interim at the moment where I'm like, I don't know if it'll work. But I feel better about it than I did before. I'm going to steal your glitter.
No, please do. Sorry, I am hoarding it over here.
That's okay.
Who would you say, like, are artists or performers or, like, filmmakers that you admire or, like, have sort of, besides, like, YouTube people, like, that you like or are inspirations for you or have been?
Oh, that's a good question.
Just because I feel like what you do is very, I don't know, I just don't know a lot of people that do what you do.
Yeah, my inspirations, I think Bo Burnham's been my number one for a long time. And I'm trying to move away from that because we are constantly compared to each other, and I feel like he's doing like an elevated version of what I do. So I'm like, I don't want to be compared to him anymore. And I don't think it helps me as a creative person to compare myself to somebody like that who's been just so pervasively successful. But no, I really like what he does, and I respect it, and I think it's great. Really cool. I love John Williams, like just in terms
The
of
composer?
Yeah, what he makes. He's
Yeah.
like very
Totally.
very good. And what he's done is co-opted like classical composers and their styles, and he's reinvented them for movies. Like that's basically his whole trajectory was he took like Strauss and Gershwin, and he just like mixed them all up and put them in onto the movies.
I didn't realize that was like part of his, I guess. I don't know. I didn't know that about him. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, he writes like a classical composer, which is, it's really cool to see how he's done it though. And in my ideal world, I would do the same, where I take things from like the people that I think are doing good things, and then I just co-opt them and I steal all their good ideas and mix them up into a blender, and then I make something original from all the good stuff that they've made.
I mean, that kind of is what everybody does.
Yeah,
to an
yeah.
extent, is take what you love and take the things you like about it and
Yeah.
make it your own and whatever. So what do you like, I guess, hope to do in the future? Do you know?
Yeah.
What you're like,
I mean, for a while in LA, I was like, I hope to be happy and content with myself and to be in like healthy relationships, and like just I was just working on me.
that's good, because a lot of people don't do that, especially a lot of people here that are like chasing,
Yeah.
a creative career, don't really spend a lot of time on themselves. So good for you.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, with the YouTube success, my videos went viral 5 years ago. And so I went to school while my videos were succeeding. That's why I didn't make any work. I made like 3 videos a year because I was going to school. But that gave me like a lot of breathing space. Because I had like all the constructs of like a healthy life in the confines of college, and I also was getting paid to make art.
That's
So
cool.
it's like, it was great. And then I moved to LA, and suddenly all the things that made my life very easy were gone.
Sure.
And the only thing I had was my work. And so it's like, yeah, I can't write when I'm not happy, and I can't like be imaginative or think. of good ideas when I'm like, when I don't have a community of people. So it's like that's what like my first year in LA was like, just pouring all of my time and effort into my work and being very upset that like my life wasn't going according to how I wanted it to, you know?
Totally.
I don't remember what the question was.
Sort of what you hope to do in the future.
Yeah, what a terrible answer.
No, it isn't at all. I'm glad that you talk about that. That's really important. And you're totally right. And I have also found that to be true just in terms of like, I don't know, it's, I guess, different as an actor because I don't like create my own stuff in the same way, but I do better work and I just feel better in general when I'm like happy with my life and happy with the people around me and don't feel bogged down by all of these other things that could go wrong.
Cannot believe how many of those you made. Maybe I just need to focus a little harder.
No, you're supposed to talk. All right, John. Well, we like to play a little game here on Craftversations. Would you like to play that game?
Yeah.
The game is called Hanky Panky, Marry, or Kindly Push Aside. And Hannah Lonsdale gave us some options for you.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you, Hannah, based on your Disney videos.
Cool.
Pocahontas, Aurora, or Esmeralda?
Damn, those are obscure.
They are obscure.
Okay, so
That's
Pocahontas,
kind of
Esmeralda, and Aurora. And it's hanky panky, push kindly to the floor, side to the side. And
Mary.
And Mary, okay.
It's normal.
I would probably marry Pocahontas.
Okay.
No,
okay. Just kidding.
I don't think she would want to be married, so.
I agree. She's a very free spirit.
Yeah, I'd probably say marry Esmeralda.
Okay, interesting.
Esmeralda.
Okay.
Because I think she's, one, the most adventurous. Two, an independent personality, which I'm all about.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she seems to me like the kind of person who like knows how to have fun and can also like discuss serious issues.
Yes, clearly.
Which is important.
Yeah.
You have to have conversations.
That's a big thing for her.
I would probably hanky panky with Aurora, right?
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah, she's like sexy.
So beautiful.
And like, I think her thing, like, she wasn't the deepest princess.
Yeah.
Then neither was her prince. Like, I guess that's like a general thing.
I love Prince Philip. He's my fave. But you're not wrong.
Who the hell is Prince Philip? That's not
Sleeping Beauty Prince. He's so handsome.
What a babe.
Sorry, Sean.
Yeah.
I'm really mad that like. Well, same with, like, Meg. I was about to say, like, I'm really mad that I can never get my hair to do what Aurora's hair does, because she's a cartoon. But her, like, little bang twirl. Same with Megara from Hercules. That's impossible hair. It's just impossible hair. And, you know, giving little girls unrealistic standards for what their hair can do. So then that would be push aside Pocahontas?
Yeah.
There you go.
I think I'd push her aside.
That's fine.
Frankly, I think she'd push me aside, so...
This video is sponsored by Sharon Straight Powell. Sharon, it has been such a joy knowing you these last few years, and thank you for all the kindness and support you've shown me and my projects.